Hey guys, it's Nikki from Still Moments Nursery. Just wanted to do a quick Q&A on the breathing mechanism that we have designed. You guys have asked a couple of questions, so I thought I would do a quick video and answer some of your questions. So to start off with, as you can see, we've got 4 of the breathing mechanisms here to show you, just so you can see what they're like and how we've designed them. Sam has actually got one inserted into him already, so I'm going to show you how to operate your baby once the mechanism is installed, and how it sounds, what the body looks like, and all those sort of things that you guys need to know. As I said, Sam's already got the mechanism in him. I have filled him out, so he's still quite soft, but you can actually feel the ribs, which is really nice. That's why we designed the breather to have sort of like a rib cage, so you can actually feel the ribs. Just a little bit something different, and I thought would be nice. So guys, let me know what you think of the actual design of it as well. It takes up most of his body, so as you can see, that's the sort of size of it. Now to operate it, we have actually given them a button operation. So once you have turned on your battery pack, you will then be able to push the button to operate the beater. And as you can see, it's got a nice sort of tactile button, so you can actually hear once you've pushed it. So to operate that on Sam, basically the mechanism goes right down, and his little belly button sort of area is where the button is. So you just sort of push that and you can hear it. Now that's basically the sound of the motor. We have tried to get it as quiet as we possibly can and still have enough power to actually move and beat the chest. So I just wanted to sort of show you guys, and so you can hear a little bit of the sound of what it is. Now I'm in a silent room. I have actually had Sam sitting with me while sort of watching TV and sort of general, day-to-day sounds within the household. You can't actually hear it, which is really nice. So if you're in a quiet room, you will be able to hear the motor and the gears to run the mechanism, but I just want to sort of show you so you guys can hear the sound in a silent room. So I'll just be quiet for a second and let you guys have a listen. So it's a little bit of a gear sound and motor sound, but that is basically the quietest motor and gear system that we've come up with. Like I said, with enough power to be able to move the chest. So as you can see, you can see the chest moving. So you can actually pop your hand on and apply a little bit of pressure, which is nice, but it's more sort of for visuals, so you can sort of see your baby breathing. And then to stop the breathing, again, you just push the button. So if you know roughly how long your mechanism is, you'll be able to know where the button is. And again, you'll be able to hear the little tactile on-off with the button. So that's Sam. He is actually ready and available for sale if you guys are interested in buying Sam. He will be the first baby going out with the breathing mechanism, so we're rather excited about that. And another question was, what batteries does it run on? We've run it on 4 AAA batteries. We do recommend getting a brand name battery just because it'll last longer and actually perform better in the mechanism. So that's just a view of the battery box. So 4 AAA batteries, are needed to run the mechanism, and then obviously just the cap and the screw to hold it together. And like I said, I've done 4 here that are actually ready to go into dolls. I've just got to put a bit of a stocking on that. The reason we do the stockings is because when it's beating, I didn't want fluff going up underneath the plate. So just a stocking just to keep the fluffing out from underneath it. Like I said, so once you turn on your battery box, this sits inside the body. We've actually made a body to fit the battery box. So I'll show you that once I've undressed Sam, and I'll show you the body and how all that side of it works. So once you turn on your battery box, you find your button, and then your beater or your breathing mechanism will start to beat. And as you can see, we've put some foam around it just to add a little bit more softness to it. You can actually wrap them in a bit of Dacron just to give it a little bit more softness, which is actually what I've done with Sam. He's got a bit of Dacron at the front just to keep it nice and flat. So that's how the finished product is actually going to be presented. So once we do sell them individually, they will be sent out like this. So you'll have your battery box. It'll all be put into a stocking ready for you guys. So we've actually done a little attachment here as well, so you don't have to remove the whole mechanism from your baby. You can simply just unplug the battery box, fill it up with some new batteries, clip it back on, and then that goes back into the little pouch at the back of your baby. Another question was, will it overheat? No, it won't overheat. We've used a low voltage, which is nice and safe to use. When it is on, you can see we'll see the little red button. So it doesn't actually produce any heat, which is great. So there's no risk of it overheating in your doll or catching fire, which was one of the concerns from one of my Facebook questions. And the other question was, of course, the most important, what is the price going to be to purchase one of these? We have got them on the custom order form, so if you're ordering a baby now, you can actually purchase one to go into your baby once it's finished. They are 149 Australian dollars. You can do your conversions using xe.com if you're in the States or the UK or other parts of the world. So they're 149 Australian dollars. Okay guys, so I've just undressed Sam just to show you what it looks like in the body. So as you can see, you can't see it, which is fantastic. It's not sort of sticking out at the sides, which is why we put the foam around the outside. Like I said, the belly sort of area is roughly where your button is, so you'll get used to pushing the button. So as you can see, I just found it sort of roughly, like I said, where his belly button is. So that's what it looks like just in the body. And as you can see, it beats really, really good, which is nice. So the whole chest sort of rises, and I love the way it pulls in the side here. So as you can see. And like I said, you can hear a little bit of the motor and the gearing sound. But once you've got him clothed, once you've got blankets on, and you're in sort of a room watching like TV or, you know, sort of day-to-day having music on, things like that, you won't actually hear it, but you will visually see your little baby breathing. So I'll just stop that and I'll show you the back of the body. Okay, so this is a little pouch that we've made in the back of the bodies. I haven't actually popped that in properly, but that goes all the way down into the back. It's got a nice long pocket to fit your battery box in. And then you just simply slip it out. You can turn on and off as you need. I recommend turning it off when you're not using the breathing mechanism, just to save your batteries, which is nice because we know how expensive batteries are. So like I said, we've got cables running, so you don't actually have to remove the whole breathing mechanism. You can just simply pull that out and that just detaches. So there we go. So that just unclips like that. And then you can take that away and fill up your batteries, come back and plug your baby back in. So it's got a little pouch, nice and deep, to fit the battery box and all the cables. So I won't clip that back on, but as you can see, it just slips in just like that. And of course your cables will go in as well once they're attached. But that's how it sits, and you can't feel it when the nappy's on, which is great. It just makes him feel like he's got a little bit of a bigger bottom. So that's the body that we've actually designed for the baby. So when you order a breathing mechanism in your custom orders, this is how your body is going to look when you receive your baby. Okay, so there we go. So that's roughly how it is. And then once your nappy is on over your baby, as you can see, you won't see it, but you can still access the battery box when the nappy is on, which is great. So you can turn your baby on and off to save your batteries. So I think I've answered most of your questions, guys. If you haven't asked a question or you have a question regarding the breathing mechanisms, please feel free to comment on this video and I will try to answer as soon as I can. But like I said, little Sam here is looking for a home, so let me know what you think. As I said, we're going to have some available to purchase very soon, but at the moment they're available in my custom order dolls. So if you're wanting a baby that's breathing, pop over to the website and check out the kits that I have available. Alright guys, so that's the breathing mechanism in Sam, and freestanding so you guys can sort of hear the sound. Let me know what you guys think. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask. I'll be happy to answer them. But yeah, we would like some feedback on the sound, the look of them, the price obviously. But yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching and we will talk to you soon. Bye!